We're starting.
We need your opening music. Go.
It's opening music. Opening music. Opening music.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Mine was the last one, but like recently you did the She's the Man one. That's so you're like welcome.
That's it.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. Welcome to Illyria. Come, have a sit in the headmaster's chair. That's the next line. All right, for reals though, welcome to the 6th episode of the All-Star Podcast. I'm Dr. King.
Please, if you could be me today, that'd be fantastic. Also, with that comes all the decision making and
Hard pass.
Okay, it's a hard pass.
Okay, for reals though, I'm Katie Ray.
I'm Dr. King, and this is the 6th episode.
6th episode. So
bring it in. We're current.
every week we're still going to be talking about All-Star as a business, veterinary medicine, shenanigans. We'll watch funny clips where you guys get to watch them with us, and or we'll explain it to you if you're listening, where you get to see our genuine reactions. And then we answer listener questions. So send us your questions. You can watch our podcast on Facebook, and it's now on iTunes and Spotify.
Boom, baby.
iTunes and Spotify.
Wait, let's turn around here. Let's see those glasses. Those are new.
Trying them on, they still hurt my eyes. I don't know what the deal is.
You just look so nerdy.
I really don't know if it's just my.
I've never had to wear glasses.
I don't know if it's just
Me
my
neither.
camera, or sorry, my eyes, or like what.
Your eyes are cameras?
I've had these for 4.5 years, and I don't know if it's just like my eyes adjusting or what, but when I look in the corner of my eye, like it's like blurry. So like the only point where it's like in focus is in the middle.
See, everything is like this?
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Anybody, optometrist, like, let me know if you're watching, please. Thank you.
I can't help you there.
I have to give a shout out. Okay, well, first of all, yes, everything's on iTunes because
Yeah.
I think we interrupted each other.
Yep.
iTunes and
Tell them that this will be coming out next week, so tell them last week 3, 4, and 5 came out.
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5 came
Bada
out
boom,
last
bada
week.
bang. Beep, bop, beep, bop.
5, 4, 3 last week.
Also, I need to make one slight correction because I think I mentioned when we were talking about cats and taurine that cats don't need taurine. I don't know how that came out that way or what I was saying, but that is incorrect. So cats do need taurine.
Cats need taurine,
And my
dogs don't.
awesome associate, Carla Cloud, give a shout out to her for
Dr. Cloud.
listening for one. Way to go, Carla. Woo-hoo.
I know, and I was sitting right here, and I was like, I don't know if that's true. I'm not a vet. What do I know? Is
You know
basically
more
what
than
just
you think you know.
happened.
So, way to go, Carla, for keeping it real. And then I have to give another shout out to Chris Prather because you were actually talking about glasses. And I called Dr. Prather's office. He's an optometrist here in Noblesville, and Prather Eye Care. And we needed a contact for a
for the
patient.
dogs.
Yeah, for a patient that we were working on yesterday. And Lily was the receptionist who was so helpful because I must have called her a million gazillion times. And she was always the same. She was like, Prather, I mean, every time. And I was like, it's me again. And she's like, oh, no problem. She was so nice and happy to help me.
That's good.
And they gave me a free contact that it wasn't a correction lens. It was just a trial contact, basically,
That's awesome.
to use on one of our patients.
That's super legit.
So wasn't that cool?
So you put a contact in a dog's eye?
Yeah, we attempted to. We did.
You made it?
No, we didn't.
Oh, is it because he's a bulldog and you can't get him to sit still, or couldn't get it to stay on his eyeball?
Yeah, we couldn't get it to stay on his eyeball.
Bulldogs.
And it has to do with the curvature. I learned so much about contacts yesterday. I sounded
Nice.
really legit when I was talking to her.
That's awesome.
Because I don't wear glasses.
I don't.
And you don't either.
No.
We're perfect.
Elise was talking about
Elise, our
contacts
vision.
yesterday.
Our vision is-
Elise was saying that if you, and this was literally in passing, and I don't know anything about contacts, but she was saying that she had heard that if you have the wrong eye contacts and you leave them on overnight, that it can like suffocate
you.
your eye and like all the oxygen like can't get your eye.
That's when we
And
were
then
kids. They always used to
another
grow up. It used to
doctor-
be like a panic moment.
Yeah, and then another doctor told her that if you take your contact off too quickly, that it can like rip your lens off.
Jeez.
And so she was like, I can't leave them on or take them off.
I don't know what to do. I'm paralyzed. Yeah, that was always the big thing when we were kids and people would wear contacts and they'd be like, "Don't fall asleep with your contacts in. Your eyeballs,
Don't
dry."
shrivel up and die overnight.
That and swimming, I think, was the other thing.
Yeah. Don't open your eyes underwater.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I luckily do not have Knock on wood, I don't have anything. My mom's had glasses for as long as I can remember, but my dad is 70 and only has reading glasses. So
That's pretty awesome.
knock on wood.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Although my husband would argue that I can't see or hear. I do that thing where if I can't hear the TV, I do this. I get closer and open my eyes as if they're going to allow me to hear better. And then sometimes there'll be subtitles on the television that are so small that I'm like, what does that say? Eric's like, you can't read that? And then sometimes I can't tell if he's messing with me, though.
Because he may just be.
He messes with me a lot, so.
So today is March Madness, part of March Madness craziness. That's why we're dressed in. We are dressed. I am dressed. You're dressed in black if you don't know it, but for Purdue.
I did know that I was dressed in black.
And you didn't take the time to get orange. I'm dressed in orange because I'm a UT volunteer,
I don't have
baby.
any
Go Vols.
sports
Don't
equipment
make me
at all.
sing Rocky Top.
I don't know what that is.
It's the song for the Tennessee Volunteers.
Why would I know that?
This on because you work here. Because okay.
People not know that.
There's the victory belt.
Show it to the camera. Mom, show it to the camera.
That's the camera.
This is okay. So we did a bracket this year.
Yep.
And we have a winner. Not yet.
Not,
I mean, we will
not yet.
have a winner.
We're gonna have a winner.
And
A winner. A winner. A winner.
is one of the things that they win when they win the bracket.
When they win the bracket.
They get a huge knockout, drag out belt. Like this is serious.
Do we also get cash money for
And
participating?
You get to sign it. And you
For
get cash
participating?
money.
Oh no, you gotta win.
You gotta win to get the money. Sorry, sister.
No participation trophy.
All right. Well, I chose.
Right, no participation trophies.
I chose Tennessee to win in my bracket. So.
Okay, good girl.
Okay,
Good
so
job.
And they have a good chance actually.
They do.
And Dr. King is a phenomenal boss and is actually having a party tonight. And
We are.
we're going to eat some wings and all hang out as a group building experience and then just watch each other's teams get slaughtered. It's going to be riveting.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. It's only going to be awesome if Tennessee wins. I'm kind of scared if Tennessee
I don't
does not win, like
this-
what's going to happen.
I don't think Purdue will win.
Because
it's
they're
gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a good
I
game.
don't think Purdue's gonna win.
Yeah, maybe not, but it's gonna be.
We don't
a
know.
good game.
We just don't know.
We don't know. We don't have all the answers. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
what else is going on in your life? Anything else exciting?
I just had my 2-year wedding anniversary.
That's exciting.
So that was very exciting. I took Friday and Monday off, thank you. And we spent the weekend together. We didn't really go anywhere, but we went rock climbing for the first time, and we're both pretty much immediately hooked. Yeah, probably because of all the... I just talked about rock
soloing.
climbing all that. Because of Free Solo and the Dawn Wall, and then watching Free Solo again. And there's a new one called Maru, if you have not seen that, with Jimmy Chin. And Conrad something. It's on Amazon Video.
I had a really hard time liking the guy, the free solo guy. I
Yeah,
liked.
he's not.
He has, what is he at?
I don't know, but I had a really difficult. I don't
Alex
know.
Honnold?
Autism?
His dad did. His dad did.
Oh, wait, no, his dad had what would be considered today Asperger's.
Right, is what his mom thought. But
I've never heard that he has.
If I was his girlfriend, I'd been like, dude, peace out after this.
Well, they're still together because I follow him on Instagram.
They're at the Oscars.
Yeah, they were at the Oscars together. I think she's super pretty.
She is, but I'm like,
It's what it's what you're. There's certain qualities about everyone that they're either deal breakers or they're not.
right, exactly.
So for her, those were not a deal breaker.
Exactly.
And
That's just
for you,
fascinates
they
me.
would have been.
Totally.
But for her, they're not.
All right.
And anyway, so we went rock climbing at Hoosier Heights. That gym is awesome. Shout out to Kat, who works there. She was super helpful and realized that your rock climbing was like, oh, neither one of us are as strong as we thought we were. But it's like a cool motivation to keep going. And I wouldn't say that I'm like an amazing rock climber already because I've only done it once. But I did way better than I thought that I would because I'm scared of heights. So I was so scared of falling that I refused to let go of the wall.
There you go.
And it actually worked to my advantage. I was able to complete a lot of climbs.
Velcro on the wall.
Yes. So it's actually been a good motivation. I've been up in my pull-up and chin-up game. So, and then, what else was I going to say about it?
Your weekend was good because it was your
There was something
anniversary.
else about rock climbing I was going to say, but I can't remember it now. Yeah. I can't remember what else to say about it. But anyway, yeah, the rest of the weekend was really good. We normally eat pretty healthy, and on Sunday, our actual anniversary, we had what we call a carb day, where we just eat garbage all day, like straight garbage. So for breakfast, we got donuts from Jack's, so good. For lunch, we went to Dairy Queen, and I got. Did I tell you what I ate? Listen to this. It's the world's greatest creation, and it makes my mouth water just thinking about it. Also, you're welcome in advance for giving you this idea.
Okay.
We went to Dairy Queen.
Okay.
And I got a chocolate chip cookie dough blizzard, but with chocolate ice cream instead of vanilla, doubled the cookie dough, added peanut butter.
Oh my gosh.
So hang on, it gets better. So I ate half of it in Dairy Queen, and then we decided to go get real lunch. So I started my lunch with ice cream, naturally, and then we went to Copper Still, and I had a burger and some tater tots. Went home to finish said ice cream. But at home, remember those Reese's I was talking about? I had stockpiled some Reese's for our special anniversary. So the Reese's shapes that have the pieces inside of the shapes are my absolute favorite. They taste the best. So Reese's shapes, it was the eggs for Easter. Reese's eggs with the pieces inside of them. I crumpled them up and put them inside the ice cream.
Oh my God.
It was
with the peanut butter.
With the peanut butter,
double the cookie dough.
The double the cookie dough with the chocolate ice cream, and it was my greatest accomplishment in life. The only thing that could be better is when we have children someday, and then I will create a human being. But for now,
ice cream.
Greatest accomplishment, ice cream.
There you go.
So,
oh my gosh. That's
yeah, and then we went to a really awesome restaurant in Fortville later on called Fox Garden, which I had never.
That's supposed to be really good.
It's so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
I have not been, but it's supposed to be
Shout out to Sarah, our waitress there. Oh, I hope her name's Sarah. I think it's Sarah. But she was super awesome too. So we got chili mac and cheese, fish tacos. Eric got a tenderloin, and then for dessert, we had a half-baked cookie with ice cream on top of it.
Just a year's worth of.
Oh, I just love ice cream so much. So, of course, Monday rolled around and we were like super swollen and bloated and like sluggish. And I felt, I gained like,
you need
legitimately
days to
like,
recover.
I think I gained 4 pounds in one day, like because I ate so much.
Oh my gosh.
And then we were going to go climbing again on Monday. And I was like, I cannot pull myself up a wall right now. Sorry, pull myself up a wall right now because you have to use your legs.
After eating so much that day, do you feel horrible the next day?
Oh, horrible. Horrible.
Why do you do carb day then?
Because it's awesome. No, it kind of gets it out of your system, and then
you don't crave it
and then I'm
anymore?
good for a minute.
Right.
Because
I'm
when you're
eating healthier too.
When you eat really healthy, you feel really good. Your mental clarity is better. You sleep better. You're not as sluggish throughout the day, right?
Yeah.
So then you get used to that, and you almost have to remind yourself of what bad feels like to like keep motivating yourself. Otherwise, we call it carb creep. You just creep in more carbs. So I'm gonna eat half of this cookie, but it's not the whole cookie.
Right.
And then you
then
do
the
something
next
else
day,
later.
you're like,
and
I'll
then
just have a little
You just
more.
keep adding a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and then you don't realize that over time you're eating crappy again.
Right.
So
my big thing is candy. I've been addicted to candy forever. My mom can attest to this.
Candy does not bother me.
I don't know what it is about it, but like I'll be at night, it'll be like 9 p.m. I'll be watching the show, I'll be like, man, I want some candy right now. Like,
Nope.
It's there.
Nothing in my body is like
I'm training
candy.
myself to not do it, and I'm doing a really good job recently. But I caved one night and I went out and got some. I came back, ate it, and then like I started feeling really bad.
Yes.
Like not like emotionally, physically.
Physically, like your stomach was turning.
I was like,
When you don't eat a lot of sugar for a while and then you eat a bunch, you get like the sugar sweat rush like up. I get it up my neck, like into my face, and that's exactly what happened when I started eating the donuts.
yeah.
I had like half a donut and then it was like
going.
it's like a hot flash. It like comes all the way up my throat and it's like my whole face is red and I'm all like, sugar. Dr. Cloud literally has a rule that I'm not allowed to eat sugar while I'm in this building on dental days because it makes me like crazy. Yeah. Because I'm not used to it. So when I have sugar, I'm
like that the sugar creates inflammation, like when people. And so that is true that like within 24 hours, because this one program, the Airborne program, Airborne or whatever it's called, they talk about how you eliminate all these things right out of your diet and then you add them back in, and like within overnight, you can tell, like you weigh yourself and you tell yourself the next day and you can see like it's fascinating. But that a lot of people, the sugar creates inflammation like in your sinuses and in your throat and And so then, like, people that have what they're thinking are allergies, like environmental or seasonal allergies, is more related to their food.
Yes.
Creating inflammation.
I've heard a lot of that with like sinus infections and stuff with dairy.
Yeah.
People eat way too much dairy.
So very interesting
Hashtag
stuff.
ice cream forever.
Right.
Speaking of dairy, I've actually switched over for no like real reason. I switched over to almond milk.
I knew you were gonna say that. I like almond milk though.
almond milk?
I
Yeah.
do. I like the flavor.
It doesn't
of
bother
almond
me
milk.
either. Yeah.
It doesn't, but here's the problem, right? I order my groceries at Kroger, right?
Krogs.
Go to Kroger and getting groceries like in the aisle, not for me. So I order them online. I went and go pick them up. I'm starting to unload them at my house, and I unload them. I get the almond milk. It's unsweetened, not sweetened.
It's not as good.
That's exactly what I get, unsweetened.
It's like absolute hot garbage.
I like it sweetened. It doesn't even have that many. It's not that bad when it's sweetened, calorie wise.
Oh, no, but the
Carb-wise,
carb-wise,
yeah.
it goes up quite a bit. But honestly, like because I don't eat sugar in anything, that things that are super sugary are just not good to me anymore.
Right.
So like, even my iced coffee, like I get a splash of cream, not like a beep or not like a. It's a beep, like literally like a beep, just a little boop. Little bop bop. Just a little tiny splash of cream, and they every single time, regardless of where I get it, no sweetener. No sweetener. I don't want any sweetener at all. So I just don't like. I don't like sweet wines. I like the drier wines. The only thing that I really like that has sugar in it is ice cream and cookie dough, and I actually really like chocolate milk. I never drink it. It's on my carb days, but I love chocolate milk.
Yeah, I love chocolate milk too.
I get the almond milk in there too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, that was a lot of. Okay, what's new in your life?
no, I already talked about a couple of things.
Talking about
What are you talking about?
cars for days. Time for your time to talk.
Oh, I was gonna talk about
Talk
something.
about your Camaro.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't talk about that.
Mom doesn't like showing up.
I'm not showing off. I got an orange Camaro that is a Hot Wheels edition.
Hot Wheels leading the way.
Because it was a replacement for
The old white Suburban car that's 14 years old that has rust
Which
on
is still in the back, though.
it. We can't get rid of it because what if somebody needs
Wait
it?
a second. You can't get rid of it, and it was a replacement for the white car,
It's
which
not
other
worth
people
anything.
here could use. Meaning, when I need a car, I can borrow your Camaro.
Oh, and I drive the white car again?
Sure.
I like it.
Get rid of the white car because I might need it.
No, the white car is
my
it's
first car was a
paid
choice.
for. It's not worth anything. So why? I mean, like it still drives. So
Does
why?
it still drive?
It does.
Like barely.
It does. No, it drives. It just doesn't have like air conditioning and stuff like that. Like
Speaking of
Power
cars,
steering.
Did you guys see that crash
yeah,
No.
outside?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
It was around, like,
Here?
2 p.m. Yeah.
yeah. They need to
There was
fix 32.
There was a Dodge Charger, and what was the other car? Do you know the other car?
Wait, I was here at 2
I just
o'clock.
poked my head outside to
I
get some
heard- I
sun.
heard
And,
it, like before I was going out.
yeah.
And I was pulling out just when it happened. And there was a car in a ditch for some reason to the left. I don't know why that was there. But there was a Dodge Charger, and just the complete front half was just gone.
Yeah.
And the other car's back was just destroyed.
Yeah.
And the guy got out of the Charger, and he was like bleeding from his head.
Yeah.
Not good.
I
Yeah,
was here.
so-
How did I miss that?
It was a big deal.
Wait, I was probably like sitting at my desk.
But there's
too,
so
which,
many
like, looks
accidents
at
on
that. There's a
32.
lot of
It was
accidents right
probably
there.
outside your window, actually, then.
Yeah.
Like, it was right there.
So
Are
yeah,
you sure it was? It had to have been after I left. Then
it might have been.
it had to have been.
I feel like you probably would have gone around the clinic.
Yeah, you would have seen it.
Did you see it? Like,
Oh my God, you guys! I would have watched it happen. Chrissy and I were in the office once when there was an accident right there, and I did watch that one happen.
Yeah, it's people go too fast. I'm
Yeah.
32. So yeah, got the Camaro. It's happening. It's awesome. It's fun to drive,
That's good.
and it's orange. So
And it's orange.
it makes everything better.
Chilling
That's
phase of
good.
getting the Camaro as well. We're working on it.
Getting what? What are we in the phase? What are we?
Working on getting myself a Camaro.
I just want we're not gonna buy me a new car for a long time because my Mazda 3 is paid off. But I just want probably a Mazda CX-9 because the next car I get is gonna be when we have babies.
There you go.
Babies!
Babies. Did I tell you what I do with Eric? I'm constantly trying to think of baby names. Not that we're not actively trying to have kids or anything like that. We're not quite ready for that. But I'm still like forever on the lookout for names, right?
Right.
So I will take a name that I haven't heard or a name that I haven't plugged in, and I will just automatically tag Nelson to the end of it. So I'll be like Tennessee Nelson, and then Hunter Nelson, and no, I don't like the name Hunter. I'm trying to look around things here, like Fairy Tales Nelson. So we were driving down the road once, and it was like Tippy Ditch Nelson, Ashtabula Nelson, like Eric. And so now it's a thing that if I tag like Nelson on the end of a name, he gets like super upset about it. But that was it. That was the end of my story.
I just imagine Eric in the car.
He's like, I swear to God, say it. Say it one more time.
One more time. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And then I'm like, Moose Nelson.
Moose.
He likes the name Magnus. And then we were watching beginner how-to rock climbing videos the other day, of course. And there's this guy named Magnus doing a one-finger pull-up.
Oh no.
One-finger pull-up.
That reinforced.
And I was like, Eric, is this why you want to name our kid Magnus? And he was like, no, I swear I didn't know who this guy was till just now. But he was like, now I really want to.
Now he really is going to want to. That's right, exactly.
Yeah, I can one-finger pull-up. I was like, what?
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
So, veterinary topic for this podcast would be something, because last time we talked about
Last time you guys did a good job talking about fleas and ticks.
fleas and ticks.
Fleas and ticks really bother. I was trying to look up dog myths for this, but they're all, like, we already talked about the garlic one.
Right.
And then, like, the myth about if the dog's nose is dry and warm, then they're sick.
Right.
But I feel like that, like, most people know that that's not true at this point.
Right.
We already talked about the raw food diet.
Yep.
Dogs are often compared to human age by whatever, it's 7 years for a dog per 1 year of human.
Right.
Which is why they age faster, but that's also not necessarily true, but I don't know how many people actually believe that.
Like, what do you mean believe what? That 1 year is 7?
Yeah, because that's like...
I think it's a decent comparison.
It's a general thing.
Right.
So, like, a Great Dane is going to be more like 10 to 1.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
And a Chihuahua is going to be more like
14 to 1.
14 to 1. Or no,
forever.
more like 6 to 1 because they don't age as fast as
yeah.
So, I mean, like, that was the other one of those myth things. And then, although we could talk about spaying and neutering.
Oh.
Because one of the common myths was that female dog needs to have a heat cycle before they can be spayed, which is just not true.
That is true. I mean,
Can that physically happen? Sure. A heat cycle is
an estrus cycle.
An estrus cycle, basically a dog period.
Yep.
So, a dog physically can have a heat cycle and then be spayed. Yes. That's not necessarily bad, but that's not the best.
Yeah, I think that there's different viewpoints as far as when is the best time to consider neutering. So we use the word neutering to it's to describe spaying and castration, but no one likes to say the word castration, so they use neuter for castration.
Castration.
So yeah, there's different thoughts. There's different camps on when to do it. I mean, there's been enough research to suggest that spaying your dog prior to its first heat cycle decreases its chance of mammary cancer to less than 1%. So we know that.
Yeah.
So that's why there's the big push to altering them before they go, a female dog, before it goes into a heat cycle.
Yeah.
There are some camps where people are like, okay, let them have one heat cycle and then spay them before the second heat cycle. Mm-hmm. And I think that the research says, okay, if you do that, you decrease their chance of mammary cancer to less than 10%. If you approach it that way. After the second heat cycle, there's no advantage of spaying them in regards to mammary cancer. There's still advantages.
Pyometra.
Yeah, preventing unneeded pregnancy or pyometra or endometriosis or some other things, other conditions. But I think people get put in a hard spot because they're breeders will put stipulations upon the owners
Yep.
and then not guarantee the pet if they go against the breeder's recommendations. And I
Yep.
think sometimes the breeder's recommendations are based on biases that have
Yeah.
occurred over time to them.
Yes.
Because that's what they've seen, or
That's what they know.
Yeah, or that's what's happened to them, or what they've experienced. So their pool of knowledge is smaller, meaning they've had 50 animals that they've looked at, and oh my gosh, 2 of the 50 animals
Yeah.
have had trouble. We shouldn't do this anymore.
Yep.
We see that with flea and tick prevention.
Yep.
Okay, we're not going to offer this guarantee. We're not going to guarantee your pet for any problems if you decide to use oral flea and tick control, which
Yeah.
is ludicrous.
Ludicrous.
So, but the owner, what are they supposed to do?
Yeah.
They lose the guarantee if they go against
Yes.
or the breeder will say things like the vaccine schedule.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you don't, if instead of vaccinating monthly, we want you to vaccinate weekly, which doesn't make any logical sense.
No.
Because of the immune system, then you're going to lose your guarantee. And it's like, God, that's not how it works.
That's
like,
not how it works. Yeah.
So
for sure.
But for spaying, yeah, I mean, it's important. I mean, for sure to
Yeah.
consider time frames.
And I think that, we recommend around 6 months of age. So a little bit before their first heat
Correct.
cycle would happen. And
So yeah, tell people like their first heat cycle occurs somewhere 10 to 12 months of age.
10 to 12 months of age. So at 6 months, they're done with their puppy vaccines. They're not quite full grown. So from a surgical standpoint, they're smaller and they're more likely to recover better because they're smaller and they're younger. Not that recovery is ever bad.
Right.
But sometimes it can be seen as a little bit easier for the younger patients. And then it's easier on the surgeon before the heat cycle because their uterus and varian horns and stuff like that are much smaller
And less fat.
and less fat.
And they go into heat twice a year, right? So
Twice a year. Yeah.
We just usually say like winter, summer, winter, approximately.
Yeah.
But twice a year.
So neutering a dog is easy. Neutering a cat, whatever. Neutering a cat takes like 2 minutes. Anesthesia is what takes the long part
Right.
of that. But from a spay standpoint, in my opinion, it's easier on the dog, the surgeon, and the vet tech to do it younger.
Before they're in.
Because and then we occasionally we have a dog that's 7 or 8. They're 80 pounds. And we are going to spay them. Well, they've had a bazillion heat cycles. Maybe they've had a few litters. And now it's going to require, just a little bit more of...
Just a more extensive surgery.
Yes. Yeah, more
Yeah.
extensive surgery. So, and then I think, from my own personal opinion and my experience, it's a little bit harder for the older, bigger dogs to recover.
Right.
They take a little bit longer to
They're a
get
little
back up
more
on their
painful.
feet. And yeah, they're more painful and stuff. So, spaying
But
younger.
we address that.
Yeah, we do. We do.
So.
And we've got really good clients that spay young. Mm-hmm. So, and then if they're, if their pet's not spayed, maybe they did use them for breeding or something like that. Or in some cases, they haven't been to a vet in a while and they just don't know.
Right.
And at that point, you just educate and move on.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I think that's really it for the spaying and the neutering. Younger.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so there you go. There's a good veterinary topic.
Anything else about spay and neutering? I feel like I'm leaving something out.
Nope.
Okay. All right, well, then let's move on to listener questions.
Okay.
We have one question, but it's going to be a deep one.
Okay.
What is the most rewarding part of your job? Who's that from? Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Anonymous. What is the most rewarding part of your job?
Oh,
Speaking
boy.
of that, tell people to send in their questions because we have got
Hey, questions.
I did already say that, but I'll say it again. Send us
Send
your
us
questions on Facebook, Instagram,
Text me.
email to...
Don't have that yet.
Don't email it.
I'm working on it.
You can email it to Dr. King at allstarvet.com.
Yeah.
No, well, that's my email.
No, it's personal information.
Okay.
Just joking out here.
Yeah, so we can definitely get those. Hit us with the questions.
yeah.
Or topics. Like if you want to
Or
know
topics,
about like a
yes.
subject.
Yeah.
That's a good idea too.
You know, like a subject in regards to veterinary
For
medicine.
sure.
Like, why do you guys insist on vaccinating puppies every 3 to 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Or why do you guys send me back out the door when my dog is so anxious about a nail trim?
Yeah.
Or why do you have cats hang out in the exam room before somebody actually looks at them? Or like any question.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I just came up with 3 questions.
Look at you go.
It's like I work here or something.
I don't know. I just work here. All right. What's the most rewarding part of your job? I know it's me, but
He beat me. Yeah, exactly.
it's me.
Oh, dear Lord. The most rewarding? That's a really hard one.
I feel like that it's a broad question.
Exceptionally
Because
broad.
sometimes it changes.
Sure.
And it's also, I don't know.
Yeah, because I think there's so many facets of the job, right? I think, if you're thinking of if you're talking about just veterinary medicine, well then, that's one aspect that's really rewarding. But just veterinary medicine isn't just what we're doing.
correct.
So then it's like there's so many other parts of it that are considered like rewarding.
Yeah.
So
from like a surgery standpoint, for me, being I love dental cleanings, so I feel like Mr. Clean when I can
yeah, you
have
take
a
this
super
and you turn it into
dirty
this.
mouth and a lot of tartar, and I get to clean it all off. The dog's teeth are pearly white, and they're happy and healthy. Like that's super rewarding for me.
Right.
And then there's the occasional emergencies that come in, and we have to give certain medications, or without going into too many details, but like
You have to manage.
we have to
the
manage
trauma
whatever
case, yeah.
the emergency is, and we get the patient stable, and we save their life.
Right.
Extremely rewarding, but it's also rewarding being like, hearing from clients that we're doing a good job. It's rewarding hearing clients say, my dog's been scared of every vet in its entire life. This is the only place that they're happy to come inside still.
Right.
And that for me is really rewarding, because that means every person in this building is doing a good job.
Right.
Because and we get that a lot. Like, I cannot believe that my dog's not scared to come here anymore. Like, this is crazy. Even my dog loves you guys.
Right.
And not saying that our patients aren't scared, but, I think that's really rewarding. Because I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, we are the best. So,
That's the mindset to have, baby.
Yeah.
and
exactly.
we've had several patients that have come to us as new patients. And then they saw a previous vet, and the previous vet records are like, muzzle, will bite, doesn't like X, Y, and Z. And then the dogs are like perfect angels for us. So I just think that says, that might not be, 100% true, because it depends on the situation for sure.
Yeah.
But it makes me feel good that we are able to give at least a little bit of anxiety reducing visit for our patients.
Right.
And like, we're doing the cat clinic certification thing. Is it a certification?
Yeah.
So that we can like not specialize in cats, but like we'll have a deeper knowledge of how to de-stress cats when they come in.
Right.
Because cats are hunters, and they're...
Come up with your facts.
What is...
My favorite one is they eat small meals. So it's not surprising that they eat 6 meals a day. They eat small meals.
They eat
like
small
nice-sized meals.
And they like to stalk their prey.
Yeah. So shout out for Dr. Faust about that.
Yes.
For helping us do that,
Yeah.
getting us in the right direction. The most rewarding thing. If I'm just talking as a veterinarian, I would say probably the most rewarding thing for me is figuring out something that somebody else couldn't figure out and fixing it. Like, so if somebody comes in and they've been someplace else, or they're frustrated because their pet's not doing well, or so then being able to figure out what the problem is, and then create a plan that then manages or fixes the situation.
Yes.
Which then allows them to have the pet in their household longer, or to be a part of their family longer, or in a better quality of life for the patient. So from a veterinarian, that's probably the thing that is the most rewarding. Or those hell yeah moments where you're like, you got that, like you figured that out, or you did that surgery and it turned out the exact way you wanted it to.
Yes.
Or, those are exceptionally rewarding.
For real.
From a people side of things, because I own the practice, so then there's that whole different concept or aspect of, managing people and the whole other part of it. And so I think for me, the most rewarding part of that part of my job is seeing people excel, like meeting our staff members, excel in their positions and broaden their horizons, like become more than what they thought they were capable of being. So I think that watching them go through that, and even though sometimes it might be a struggle, being there and then giving them the tools they need and then seeing them go from this to this. I mean, we have a lot of people that have transitioned into different positions like yourself or that started young and then have been here for like Kayla Kenneman, I mean, who came here.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
Me? Like 3.5 years.
What did you start out as?
Just an RVT. But now I'm the director of surgery.
Yeah.
Everybody that doesn't know me, and they're like, "What do you do for a living?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm the director of surgery at All-Star Veterinary Clinic." They're like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, "Sounds way more glorious than
No,
that."
it is. You do a fantastic job. It's a lot of work. I mean,
It is, but
it is. It's the funnest thing, and it's a hard part about the clinic because we hardly ever hire from outside the clinic, so we try to promote within the clinic, and then what that means that people aren't perfect at their job, which neither am I. No one is, but that's okay. We like to see that the people grow and develop into the job.
Because a good leader builds other leaders.
Boom, baby.
Bam!
There you go.
Shut up, Greg Rochelle.
I watched
Shut up,
this
Greg
podcast
Rochelle.
today, so those liners
They're
are
just coming like that.
out.
Yeah.
Who is the longest person that's been here besides your dad?
Kayla Kinnaman
Kayla Kinnaman, probably.
and Cindy.
And Cindy.
How long have they been here?
11 years. Over 11 years.
It's got to be 11 or 12.
This past December was 11. It would have been 11.
Yeah, 11 or
I think.
12.
So, yeah. And I mean, it's just so interesting to watch and see the development of people and how they're growing and all that stuff. I mean, and then for me as a mom, then having somebody like Harrison work in the practice, and because he's not a veterinarian, so it was never part of the plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then seeing how something like that you're able to develop something like that is really rewarding.
So seeing your son every day sucks a lot, I'm sure. But
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's.
Try to come in as little as possible.
Exactly.
he comes in slow.
Oh gosh, no. I think the clinic is just so fascinating. The clinic is touched so many people's lives in so many different ways.
Yeah.
That over so many different years that's by far the most incredible thing, that the imprint that the clinic's left and in the positive manner in which it's done it is something that I would never. I mean, it's so powerful.
It's crazy. Yeah.
You go back to the one story you read last week, right? About Eileen, I think her name was.
Yeah.
That was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy.
Yeah, we if you have happy, it's a cycle. So if you have happy employees, you'll have happy clients, which makes happy patients. If
Right.
you have happy patients, you have happy employees, which makes happy clients. If you have
Right.
happy clients, you have happy employees, which have happy patients.
Right.
Like they
Yes,
just keep.
yeah.
So
It's a big
basically,
deal.
everybody's happy all the time. No one's ever upset here.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's a lie.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, for the most part, yes.
Yeah. I would say that it's a culture that has been created over time that supports that.
Yes. We have very, very, very low turnover for a vet hospital, which is obviously a very good thing. So a lot of the people, in my experience of being vet tech in other places, you can get a new tech. Like they're in for a year and then they're out. They're in for a year and then they're out. In for a year and then they're out. But we have so many people that have been here for 2 or more years.
Yeah.
Is that common? Is turnover common?
Yes.
It's turnover in the veterinary world is extremely common.
Is that due to the higher ups or just the people themselves?
Both. People do not leave. Usually, people do not leave a business because of the work. They leave a business because of the boss.
Okay.
But I think in the veterinary world, compassion fatigue and
It's a real thing. Yeah.
processes of
Fourth topic. There you go.
of
compassion
stuff.
fatigue.
Yeah, compassion fatigue. Didn't we already kind of talk about that?
I don't remember. Did we? Okay.
Yeah. So
The first episode had
I think that's another reason. And then the average burnout of an RVT, a registered veterinary technician, is 5 years.
Yeah, it's so short.
I know. And that's another reason why too, because they hit 5 years and then they pick a different career.
Well, we want to touch on real quick why compassion fatigue is such a problem. Like what kind of leads to compassion fatigue in terms of the vet industry compared to other industries?
Well, I think it's across the board. I mean, it's not necessarily just veterinarians. I think it's anyone that has any kind of caregiving role.
Yeah.
I think that whether you're caring for your parent or
Yeah.
you're in nursing care
Yep.
or whatnot, I mean, it's a real thing. I think people need to be aware of it. It affects, it'll affect your life. I mean,
Yeah.
So I think that the people that you work for should be aware of it and have a pulse on whether or not it's occurring. So, for us, we have leaders in departments, and those leaders then are aware of.
So what is compassion fatigue? What are the symptoms of it?
So, I mean, I'd have to go through and list them all. Okay, so let's think here.
So
What are the big ones?
for me, it would be like compassion fatigue in tech's eyes would be, I want to help every animal that comes in this door. Absolutely. There's going to be times where you can't help for a variety of reasons, and then a euthanasia occurs. So as the technician, it's my job to, handle all sorts of the behind the scenes work for euthanasias. Mm-hmm. So that piles up, and it's just really hard to.
So withdrawal probably. So people withdrawing.
Yeah, and then
at their job.
Avoiding
scenarios.
Avoiding the scenarios, and
physical characteristics like maybe crying.
Yeah. Almost kind of like a
attitude adjustment, like attitude
sometimes
change.
and like a almost
Anger.
like a numbness.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Like numbness overall.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of like bleh all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and you lose.
Let's see if our veterinary.
Yeah, that's true.
I've always wondered with like human doctors as well, like if they just become.
That is why.
Become numb.
Yes, they have certain boundaries, and that's where veterinary medicine has done a disadvantage. They're better at it now, but.
Who, human doctors?
No, human doctors are very good at having a boundary. They do not have any type of relationships.
Oh.
So, for instance, like when I was visiting with my brother-in-law Jim at dinner one time when we were in Florida, he was like, "So, do you have people stop you when you're out and about and talk to you?" And I said, "Oh yeah, all the time." And he goes, "Well, I don't. I try not to engage people at all." Like he doesn't talk to he's not going to talk to anyone about their. Whereas for us, it's such a huge part of. I mean, he's going to be polite. Don't get me wrong. I mean, but he's not going to be like, "How are your kids, man? What
Yeah.
did they? Did you end up getting to go on that trip you wanted to go to 2 weeks ago?" Like, not even the same level. Whereas for us.
Yes.
We are all about relationship
Yes.
building. So for us, it would be detrimental. And I think the clinic, and you do have to have boundaries, but the clinic operates under the assumption that you're developing relationships with people. That's why you live in the community in which you work. But you do want to see somebody at church. You do want to see somebody at school. You do want to talk to the person when you're in the grocery store. But that can create compassion fatigue.
Yeah.
So you do have to be careful or draw lines. So when you do leave, you turn your phone off. Or
Yes.
so there are ways to combat it.
Yeah. And like you're giving 110% of your physical and emotional energy to all of these other people, their families, their pets, and then you don't do anything for yourself.
Yes. Let's see here if I can
There are
find
times though, I'm not gonna lie, that if I walk into a restaurant or something like that and I have my All-Star logo on, "Oh my God, you work at a vet clinic? Let me ask you 1,000 questions while you're trying to eat your dinner." Like that, I'm like, I should have taken this jacket off,
Yes.
So while I like supporting and repping All-Star, but there's just like, there's a time and a place to ask me questions. When I am stuffing my face, please do not.
When it's Carb day.
Oh, no,
When it's Carb.
I have been at the dentist before. And my mouth is all pried
And
open.
they're asking you questions.
My mouth is all pried open. They're like polishing things, and they're asking me about their pets, which I don't mind answering, but it's like I can't answer right
I
now.
don't understand why they do that.
Right?
So I think another symptom would be like it's saying in here, like where you were called to the industry or called to be that, and you don't feel that anymore.
Yeah.
So numb, like what you were talking about.
Yep. Like your efforts no longer help, you're only hurting.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's that. That's how did we get off on that topic?
I don't know. I feel like we just went off for a long time, though.
This is good. Keep going. This is what people want.
Well,
give the people what they want.
So I think that is back to what was most rewarding. That's what we were talking about.
Most rewarding.
So I think the most important thing is with compassion fatigue though is self-care. Make sure you take care of yourself.
Self-care.
Be aware.
Yeah,
be aware of
I
the
usually bottle it up for a couple of months, and then I have a day that I just cry and cry and cry and cry and get it all out of my system, and then I bottle it up for another couple of months, and then. But hey, that's the system that's knock on wood worked for me the last 7 years. So. My husband would beg to differ, but.
My goodness.
How tall is Eric?
Eric is 6'5". Yeah, which makes his reach in rock climbing is really good.
Yeah.
I had to jump a couple of times, which is called a dino. I had to jump a couple of times because I'm just not physically tall enough to get to the next one. And
Can't wait to see the next documentary about Katie Ray rock climbing.
I know it. Let's put that out there.
I do have that's what I was going to say about the rock climbing at the beginning. I couldn't remember. Okay, so there's at Hoosier Heights, there's part of the beginner stuff is called the auto belays. So you're strapped into a harness that is it's an automatic like release. So when you climb up and then you fall, it automatically catches you and then slowly lowers you back down, right? Then there's the like partner belay where you are in charge of
You're the person.
You're in charge of the other person's up and down. So as they climb up, you have to give them slack. And then, and I have never done this, and this is my observation, by the way. No one has told me any of this. So please, if there's rock climbers out there and I'm getting this all wrong, you better tell me. But, and then when you're ready to come down, then they are in charge of your slow descent. Mm-hmm. So Eric is 280 pounds, and I'm 130. So I'm like, yo, Kat, can we do that? And she was like, what's the size difference? So we were like 280, 130, and then she was like, okay, well that's like over 150 pounds. And then it was all of a sudden it was like, I don't think that would
idea.
be. I don't know. They would be. Oh gosh, like, and I'm like, you can say no, like
It's
it's
okay.
So she was like, you could, but to have. She was like, he would just fall really fast. And I was like,
Or you're going to go up as he's coming down.
I can't do that. So then she said that I would go up as he came down and he would fall really fast. So she was like, we would have to anchor you to the floor and I would have to wear weights.
To do it.
To weight me down to get Eric down.
Oh my gosh. You're like, I'll pass.
And I was like, we better figure this out. Like, I don't want to be stuck on the same, 6 routes forever. And they changed the holds and stuff so that you have different routes for that reason. But, I don't know. Someday I'll just be wearing a 200-pound weight and be strapped to the floor and... All right, ready?
Oh,
and because I want to be able to rock climb outside eventually.
Right.
And so we would have to learn how to do that safely. The other thing that she was telling us that I didn't quite understand, so I'll have to get more information on that, is that I would have to lead every single time to put the stuff
thingy
up.
bops up. Yeah.
I would have to lead every single time because I wouldn't be able to stop him. So, and he could stop me with one hand, so. He's like, done. All right, anyway,
goodness.
let's get on to funny clips.
Okay, funny clips. It is.
Explain what it is again real quick.
They're funny clips. Just kidding. Funny clips, the part of the show where we watch funny clips.
No. Go back. It was audience questions. Questions from the audience. We missed that. You didn't do that.
It's too late now.
Audience questions. Questions from the audience. Audience questions.
Audience questions. What is that?
What's the
Game of Thrones?
countdown? What is that countdown?
Dang it, I can't. My thing is messing up.
Oh my
Right.
God. I have got to catch up.
17 days, 6 hours.
Oh my
5
God, I'm
minutes.
so excited.
Final season of Game of Thrones. And 28.
Oh, that's going to be good too.
That I'm very excited about.
So much to look forward to.
Captain America is my
Okay, so,
favorite.
hold on. I'd like to preface this by saying that we that Chris Evans had an interview recently, okay?
He's my favorite.
Chris Evans is Captain America. And he's so hot. And he said he was like getting like choked up like in the interview, and he said he got choked up like 3 times when he saw the movie. And many people think that he dies in the movie. And if he dies in the movie, I'm gonna cry. Like,
I will cry.
Oh, he can't cry. He can't die in the movie.
He's my favorite. In Infinity War, when he comes out from the train with a beard on and like oh my gosh, I was like, get it! Yes! That's like...
He's probably just going to go back in time or something.
No, I think that either him or Iron Man dies.
Somebody important dies, because it's the Endgame.
Dies because, yeah, it's...
Maybe it's Iron Man, though, because he, in the commercial, he says, spoilers, maybe it's Iron Man, because he said, I promised no more tricks, but I have one last trick.
Well, yeah, I know, but at the very end, this might just be some Marvel trickery, because they tend to do this with trailers. But in the trailer, he's at the very end of the trailer walking with everybody in the new suits. And that could just be a trick. Like,
well, he's in the trailer. Yeah, he's in the trailer right now walking with everybody in suits.
No, they have like new like they have new Avengers like team suits.
No,
yeah, let's just watch it.
No, I'm saying the trailer right now has him walking in the new suit. It has Captain America, Tony
That's a
Stark.
cartoon.
That's right here.
See, those are the new suits.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah.
Chris Evans is right there too.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, yes. But I thoroughly believe that Captain America is going to die. I'm so...
Oh, I hope he does.
He better not.
But, yeah. So anyway, sorry.
Okay, back to funny clips. So we're going to watch funny clips and be...
Cats always have ninja-like reflex caca. I don't know what that is.
Why does it always say that? It reminds me of...
I don't know.
I don't know why.
Like, caw.
Yeah, exactly. It's like... Ninja-like...
All right, so it's a cat standing in front of a door.
Oh!
What?
That was awesome.
That was awesome. So his cat's standing in the hallway, and a second cat comes up behind him, scares him. So the first
and he goes
cat
up the wall,
does a wall kick,
off, and just like, yo,
gets the
what's
other
up?
cat in a chokehold and body slams it to the floor.
That was very cool.
That was amazing.
If you don't like cats,
Captain America, bam!
Bam! Yeah, he's like, take that.
That's awesome.
Think you're gonna sneak up on me?
Is his name Captain America?
I think that's funny.
Thank you. Harrison didn't even laugh.
Did you get it?
We have the crash in slow motion. Caw. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Frisbee's
Your
up in the air.
trajectory's off. Your trajectory's
He's
off.
running to jump. He's catching. He's
He's gonna run into the cameraman?
And... Oh my gosh. That was he was like staring at the guy. That was very clever.
All right, so this dog jumps up for the frisbee and crashes into the cameraman.
That camera guy was pretty
That's pretty
sturdy.
cute. Look at his face. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
He's looking at the camera dead in the eyes as he's coming down like, oh no.
Oh my.
Behold, sheep overload. Wow. Bah. What are you guys doing here?
He did that.
They sound like.
Ah. There's just like 1,000 sheep in the road.
Listen, because he does the bat and they do it back.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy.
Yes. Yeah. Listen.
I didn't even notice that. That's hilarious. Gotcha.
Okay.
Aww. Little German Shepherd puppy just smashes this cat's face into
in
the snow. And the cat was like, ah.
Here, take that. Look how puffy
Take
his tail
that.
is. His tail is so puffy.
Ooh,
The cat's tail.
pissed. Oh, it's like making me nauseous. It's like replaying so fast. He needs hee-haw. What is it? Oh.
He's got a gun, a holstered gun.
A holstered gun.
Do some business with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
That's pretty cute.
Oh, goodness.
That's pretty cute. It was a cat wearing a cowboy hat and had a gun holstered to its leg. Cute. Little goat's having fun. Little baby goats are going down a slide and then face plants at the end.
Yeah.
That's pretty cute. Little goat's going down a door slide and then he face plants and flips over.
Oh my! Look at the dog watching in the. You guys are dumb. That's what he's saying. You see him watching?
No. Where's the dog?
Watch. Right there.
Oh.
That's man, guys. Oh my gosh.
Woo! He got bit by a seal on the back of a boat.
Why is the seal on the back of the boat?
Grabbed his boob. That's
Oh,
a
God.
little terrifying. Whoa.
Oh, oops, missed.
Okay. It's another German Shepherd trying to get into a car going through the passenger window.
Trying
the
to get
caption
in,
says, shotgun, and then he half jumps in and it doesn't make it,
And
so
it
he
doesn't
falls
make
back
it,
out of the
yep.
car. That's funny.
Oh,
What is this?
Goodness, this is a kitten taking medicine or milk.
What does that
or
say? Get
something.
ready. Get ready for our medicine is what is the caption.
I can't. I don't know if I'll be able to play this one.
It's not loading.
Why?
Oh, never mind.
Okay, never mind.
More kittens.
One of our new fosters is missing a foot. Oh, Bubby!
Oh,
Where's your foot?
whoa.
So I was wondering, actually, like, is that, like, can they?
Birth defect.
Yeah, like, is that?
That can be a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's so cute.
Or his mom just
Did his mom chew his foot off?
just put off.
That unfortunately can happen as well.
Will he eventually learn to walk with it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, he's just gonna he'll get too tall probably unless those are dwarf. Look how short their legs are compared to their bodies. They could be
They could be
those
little dwarfs.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Dog steals a horse? What? Oh my god, a little dachshund just picked up the lead for a horse and he's walking the horse away from the barn. Steals a bad boy.
Let's get out of here.
I also have one more clip that I did not pull up, so go ahead and talk between yourselves while you pull that real quick.
So actually, while you're stopped on this kitten, the white foot is completely gone on the other side. So maybe
Yeah, it's the entire
it's the hock.
hock down
Hock
basically.
down.
I can't tell if he has a knee or not.
I can't tell if he's got a knee either. Well, he'll be a little three-legged tripod,
Or they'll amputate it.
or they'll
And he'll do
amputate it.
just fine with 3 legs.
Yeah,
The problem is you get those stump injuries when they
Yeah.
because the rubbing, you know.
they're rubbing.
They
and
don't
then
have a lot of extra.
because he's gonna drop that hip. You'll
Right.
have hip issues, other feet issues, back issues.
He's really cute though. It's an orange male
really
cat. They're the
cute.
best.
Oh
Orange
yeah,
male cats are the best.
because of my Griff.
Not because of Griff.
Because of Griff.
Okay,
We're
you got it.
waiting. I cannot wait for Avengers Endgame.
It's not very much long. It's not.
It's April 26th. I have to watch Captain Marvel first, though. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, that's good.
I hear
we heard it was not good, but it captured my attention. I mean, I thought it was-
dudes are saying that it was all right. Women are like, I'm a fucking woman. Hear me roar.
Yeah,
Hear me roar. You know?
she
like,
wasn't great in it, but it wasn't like it was so bad you had to turn it off.
was it like Wonder Woman, where it was just
No.
a bunch of slow-mo scenes of her kicking things?
No, but I liked Wonder Woman better than Captain Marvel.
I did not care for Wonder Woman, so...
Did you like? Which one did you like better, Harrison? The story was better in Wonder Woman.
I like Wonder Woman better.
Wonder Woman was just like, this chick's super hot, let's slow-mo all the fight scenes so that we can just show her being all like...
Yeah. No, but no. I mean, it was good. It was entertaining. Like I said, it kept me awake. So
Kept me awake.
I
That's
didn't.
a huge
I didn't
plus.
leave the movie theater. So
Okay, all right, okay. It's still imagine will be crucial information for
3
Endgame.
hours long.
I really enjoyed about the one thing I
What's
did
3
like
hours
about
long?
the Marvel. One thing I really enjoyed about Captain Marvel though was you got an idea of where some of the names came from, and like they put together some of the.
Yeah, I don't know. The way the way Nick Fury lost his eye is just ridiculous. But
Okay, but you learned all that. Like I liked that they kind
I'd
of.
rather have not known than have them shown that.
Don't tell me.
Okay, we won't tell you.
But it's just annoying. Anyway, here we go. Ready?
Okay, so there's a German Shepherd again playing the piano.
Playing the piano. His owner's holding his arms up and making him play the piano.
Oh, it's a working dog. It's a canine.
Ah! He's gonna brush his teeth. Now he's getting in a shower. Listen to the song. He's wearing goggles. 9 to 5. Oh, baby. Now the German Shepherd's on a treadmill.
One foot on the treadmill.
Now he's driving.
Oh, that's cute.
I saw on Facebook the other day.
That's really
That's
cute.
cute.
Was like
Hey, climbing?
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Okay, well that was good. Those were good.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right, any current events that you'd like to speak about, or
I was going to talk about measles, but
Oh, talk about, you said, talk about, say Dudley's tips and tricks.
oh yeah, Dudley's Tips and Tricks is coming out this week, and she's going to be giving information out to younger students, whether it be college, high school, junior high. She's basically giving them information about how to be successful if you want to become a veterinarian, or how to get into veterinary school, how to start to think about things you could be doing.
bam? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, no, isn't that great? She'd be good at that.
Dudley's Tips and Tricks, working 9 to 5.
So yeah, that's coming out, and yeah, so that's pretty cool. What else
Okay.
we got?
I think that's it on my end.
That's it for me too.
Okay,
So
that's it.
We'll see you
The
next
end
time.
of episode number 6
Number
of the
6,
All-Star
yeah.
Veterinary Podcast. I'm Katie Ray.
I'm Dr. King. We'll see you next time.
I'm Dr. Katie Ray. See you next
See
time.
you next time.